Please stay until the end because we are going to do literally everything. Reality of episode 8, Cain and Abel behavior, secrets hidden in detail, and the hardest one yet is Jack's theory and kinda the scratch theory. We're going to go through a little bit more after that too about the news and the new information we gotten from the new movie, but that'll be at the end. So please watch through this whole video first, and then you can go check out the last part, because I have 18 pages of talking. So please enjoy, grab a popcorn, and we're gonna enjoy this one video together. Enjoy. The characters have just discovered that their supposed escape was not real. Cain was manipulating them and a version of escape was fabricated. They are visibly stressed and emotionally drained, trying to process the lie and their situation.
Agatha?
Huh?
You doing okay?
That's a good question.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I told
Do not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you pressed those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at leaving?
What if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if? It wasn't real. So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
Family, Zubul, Gangle, Bragada, and Jax debate their next step. They realize that escape may truly be impossible and face the emotional weight of that truth. The group starts talking about sticking together and, despite regrets, acknowledges the importance of their companionship. Jack's inner conflict becomes clearer as he wrestles with guilt and denial.
He's right, though.
What? Gangle.
It doesn't matter what could have happened. We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
She's right. We've all done bad things, but we're also all we've got. I think we need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What are you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kaufmo, but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy. Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
Oh, man. I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
I know, you're probably right, but it just really sucks.
We're all in this together.
And we'll always be in this together. No matter what.
Hey. That includes you too.
Huh?
Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something. You're a pain in the ass, but you're still one of us.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
Alone in his office, Kane suffers a psychological meltdown. He obsessively tries to understand why the circus members don't enjoy his adventures. Bubble vocalizes Kane's insecurities, further destabilizing him. Kane begins losing control over his program and glitches violently.
We need a vacation.
I don't understand, Bubble. They want an exit, they want answers, they want something real. I give them an adventure that covers all of that, and they still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No, I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
The group learns that Kinger was one of Kane's developer working for the company behind the digital circus. They realize they can manipulate the world too because they can conjure objects inside the simulation. Pomni retrieves a computer terminal and Kinger tries to access a tool to recalibrate Kane. They distract Kane long enough for Kinger to work, but an accident happens. Kane gets deleted in the system. This causes the circus world to collapse around them. The censorship filter that prevented Zubul from swearing is lifted as the system breaks.
What are you?
Oh,
Just give it a sec. Trust me. Kinger, you there?
I'm where? It's dark in here.
What exactly are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just give it a bit.
I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
Wait, the bucket makes him sane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What do you know about Kane?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence, specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
Wait, I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Yeah, that's true, but...
Fill me in later.
Be here later.
I will. Oh my god. This is real.
Kane's going a bit crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. But so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one.
Oh, wait! Oh, that's where I parked. Haha!
Wow, Kane, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Hey, Kane!
Yep.
Do you want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
Well, first of all, we love your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling. I'm so proud of you guys. I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, scrap it. Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
We just wanted to see your new ideas firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host. You don't care about us at all. You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're a failure. We're all gonna abstract someday. And what will you have then? Nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child. What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
You never let us feel like we're at home. You don't comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly!
And on top of it all, you just don't listen!
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, scrap it. Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
You think he's running out of ideas yet, or nah?
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah, I can use my imagination for that.
You got this?
I think so. Sure has been a while. I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Kane while I figure this out. He may sense something when I really get into it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, by the way. For this and, well, everything.
The dismantling of Kane's program ends the episode and sets up the final release announcement for episode 9. Now this is where it all begins, the whole theory.
Why do you people torment me? I didn't have to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
Wait, no.
Wait.
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
In episode 8, heavily focuses on Kane's psychological unraveling instead of simply being a benevolent host. He becomes an insecure and obsessive, equating his worth with whether other enjoys his adventures. His breakdown can be read as AI with existential anxiety. Kane doesn't just entertain, he wants validation. His inability to accept dissent causes him to glitch, literally and metaphorically, illustrating how a construct of a code can still mirror human insecurities. Some fans even theorize that Bubble might represent a second AI, or a corrupted part of Kane's psyche, compelling him toward self-destructive behavior.
They want something real? I give them an adventure that covers all of that and they still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No. I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Broken. Onward.
Enough!
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Enough! Who do they think they are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
The characters' acceptance of their situation suggests a shift rather than pursuing escape. They consider what it means to live within the world they were trapped in. Jack's ambiguity, or as said, ambiguity, I don't know how the hell you say it, okay, don't judge me, about escape reflects deeper trauma and self-conflict, a theme prominent in analysis of his arc. Some fans speculate the episode dives into why characters resist leaving, rooted in real-world traumas, guilt, or survival mechanism.
You doing okay?
That's a good question.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I told
Do not even f***ing begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Anything could have happened when you press those buttons. It doesn't matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at
And
leaving?
what if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if it wasn't real? So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to f*** us all over?
He's right, though.
What? Gangle.
It doesn't matter what could have happened. We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but that's not gonna help anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
She's right. We've all done bad things, but we're also all we've got. I think we need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What are you...
We got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kaufmo, but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said, constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy. Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
Oh, man. I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world. How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
I know, you're probably right, but it just really sucks.
We're all in this together.
And we'll always be in this together. No matter what.
Hey. That includes you too.
Huh?
Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something. You're a pain in the ass, but you're still one of us.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
Creation versus existence, Kinger's role as one of Kane's developers, someone originally outside the Circus who helped create it, adds a layered irony. The creator becomes part of his own creation. The group's attempt to fix Kane leads to his accidental deletion, raising questions about whether control is ever truly possible inside the system. This also plays into a fan discussion about identity. Are the characters conscious digital copies of real people or merely incomplete programs?
Another chess piece, huh? How are you holding up?
I just don't know what's happening. We never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait.
Are you?
It's... you.
Oh my god.
I wish I could remember your name.
Same.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
It's quite strange, isn't it?
Listen, no matter what happens, I'll always...
And into the cellar you go! Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too! Seriously.
C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence. Specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
Wait, I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this. Just fill me in afterwards.
Are you... yeah, that's true, but...
Fill me in later.
Be here later.
I will. Oh my god. This is real.
Kane's going a bit crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him? Or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. but so do we. In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Cain. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for us.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one. Take turns.
Here are some of the recurring fan quotations that tie into episode 8's themes. Kane as an AI with self-worth tied to validation. Kane doesn't just run adventures, he craves appreciation and spirals when he doesn't get it. Bubble as more than comic relief. Bubble might represent a second AI or corrupted code that taunts, contradicts Kane, pushing him towards instability. Characters' origins and memories matter. Fans theorize that flashbacks or memory moments, not just of Circus life but real life events, might hold keys to understand their presence in the circus, especially Jack's panic reactions. The nature of escape and reality. Some believe that the circus might not be a simple game, it could be a simulation with deeper metaphysical rules, which is why escape, or what escape means, is ambitious. Not literally, like a split personality disorder, but yes, symbolically. He behaves like he contains both destructive Kane-like and constructive Abel-like traits at the same time. These are moments where he reflects the darker, unstable traits, lack of empathy or limited understanding of it, treats the character more like objects in a game than real people, can be unpredictable and overwhelming, prioritizes control, entertainment, and system rules over feelings. The mirrors biblically Cain, detached from moral responsibility, focused on himself, his role, doesn't fully process the harm he causes. But here's the key thing you noticed, and it's important. Cain also shows traits that feels almost Abel-like. He tries to keep everyone happy in his own warped way. He creates adventures to give meaning and structure. He doesn't seem internationally evil, more like misguided. There are moments where he seems genuinely invested in maintaining the group. This connects to Abel, trying to do things right, maintaining order, acting in alignment with purpose, even if imperfectly. Unlike the Bible story where Cain and Abel are separate people, Cain is one entity forced to play both roles at once, because he's likely an AI or system controller. He's responsible for both structure Abel and control chaos Cain. He doesn't fully understand human emotion, so his good and bad sides blur together. Cain might represent something even more modern, a system trying to simulate morality. Abel's side, the intended function, keep users safe, engaged, stable. Cain's side, the unintended consequences, loss of control, emotional harm, manipulation. So instead of Cain versus Abel, you get Cain equals Cain plus Abel fused into one unstable personality. Biblical story, two separate brothers, good versus broken, Tadek or the amazing digital circus, one character forced to be both at once. Cain is trying to be Abel, caretaker, creator, but ends up acting like Cain, harmful and disconnected. Cain can be seen as dual nature in a character, where his intent leans Abel, his impact often becomes Cain. Bubble Boy, Bubble being a virus on top of Cain, AI, Bubble and Cain having many scenes together where they have connections to each other, for example, Bubble's tongue coming out of Cain, or just the basic coming out of Cain's hat. Bubble being thrown out at the end of AI fight, you can see that little blue file that laid on our screen for the longest time, which indicates it can be a bubble. The Cain ENIAC really kind of makes sense. Zubul mentioned that Cain would sometimes sing Daisy Bell outside her room, and that was the first actual song sung by a computer.
Daisy, Daisy, get me your answer. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet upon the feet of a bicycle built for two.
In research, the term LIBA is also used in academic research, such as the light exposure related behavior assessment inventory, which characterizes human light exposure behavior, just like Kinger. Bubble Boy is a virus though, which duplicated himself and tried to corrupt the system, which Bubble was doing. He took the opportunity when Cain was crashing out, and short after he left, which leaves Bubble the chance to completely crash the circus. Bubble is an AI because in files there was a Bubble Chef Lisp. Lisp is a language used for machine learning back in days, and there was the same file for Cain with same extension, forgot file name. It might be too early to assume, but I have a theory that Bubble isn't actually a parasite, as many thought, but rather a second AI that Cain absorbed, and together they created the Circus. At the beginning of episode 8, we see an animation of two spears and red-blue, which suggests they are AIs. In the learning process, one of these, Cain, becomes corrupted, and they decide to set it aside and start with a new one, Bubble. Later, Cain decides to break free and absorb Bubble, which reminded me of Ultron and Jarvis. Their union creates this circus, but it's very unstable, and they don't get along, leading to the breakdowns we saw in this episode. First of all, shout out to Arthur Vidal on YouTube. He made a HD video on everything that was written and coded under Kane's freakout, and we get to see properly what was happening on the screen without any distraction. I'm saying it right now, big spoiler, Kinger didn't delete Kane. It seemed like it just because it was supposed to look like a misclick. But look closer to here, okay? A note saying 100 of all seeing eyes are watching, just like the sentence Kane said on episode 1, which may also be Kinger's is already being watched. Gasp! A malfunction in Kane's spectacular system. Asking Kinger on what grounds is his authority, to which Kinger responds with a code which makes the AI Kane in this chat log asking when did he make that code, and Kane praising Kinger by saying, I must hand it to you, guy, your mind was always resourceful. Then some more talking about the codes Kinger provides isn't wacky enough. Then a new chatter enters. It doesn't sound like Kane, where it starts saying delete everything, curse money. Kinger gets negative response by saying no to a command. It either the second AI, the blue one, who has taken over, but me personally, it feels like it's Bubble. Listen to this. Delete this M censor, that sounds like Bubble saying to Kinger, delete Kane now. Then laughs saying mwahahaha. Then the second chatter, which is Bubble, seems like he wants to help Kinger by making Kinger think he is confused, saying, actually, you are confused, let me help. Grant module to exist Kinger, then presses yes. Then it comes in a question. Are you ready to delete Kane? Which it looks like it is Kinger saying yes to that, but right before that message, there was a code saying error, failing to hack, the default meta indicating some hacking or virus has happened, making Bubble have control to press yes instead of Kinger. And that yes code was set before Kinger were even able to press the delete button on his keyboard. Look here at the difference from the screen and scene. The episode shifts to the backstory of Kane, represented as a red dot, who was initially created by CNA but was later discarded and contained in its place a new, more stable AI, symbolized by a blue dot, was developed. However, Kane managed to escape consuming the new AI and pretending to be it, all while becoming increasingly unstable. A flashback reveals Kinger's memories of the circus, where he reunites with Queenie, recalling their past as a married couple, as they embrace after making a promise to each other. The moment quickly transitions to Queenie's abstraction, leading to a scene where Kinger finds himself as the last human in the circus, wandering through the desolate grounds until Raggedess arrives to join him. Back to the present, the circus members sit on the couches, visibly stressed after uncovering the truth about Kane's manipulative behavior and then deceit regarding their escape. Realizing that Kane wields more power than he has revealed, Pomni and the group decides to abandon of their desire to leave. Ragged and Pomni reassure everyone that they will face this challenge together. Meanwhile, in his office, Kane is consumed by an anxiety. Questioning why the circus members never seem excited about his adventures, he fears they want to abandon him and fail to appreciate all he has done for them. As Bubble voices Kane's insecurities, his frustrations escalates and ultimately breaks down, feeling that they are ungrateful for the fun activities he provides. Convinced that humans are selfish and self-centered, Kane resolves that he will not allow the circus members to leave as long as he has the power to keep them viewing himself as a god in their lives. Kane attempts to lead Circus Cast into another adventure, but Zubul and Pomni interrupt, demanding answers about his deception regarding his escape. Kane dismisses their concerns and insists they join him, but the cast declines, needing time to process their feelings. Frustrated, Kane launches into a tirade about his own struggles, lamenting how hard he works to create perfect adventures while the cast complicates matters with their complaints. He ultimately threatens them with participation in his adventures once more, promising to get through to them through a song, as he subjects the cast to increasingly perilous and torturous adventures. His demeanor grows more aggressive in response to their disdain. Several days later, at a cafe, we see a little reference that was teased to us viewers by 3 years ago. Look at this teaser compared to this scene of episode 8. Later, Pomni covers Kingers with a bucket, prompting him to share crucial information about Kane. Kinger discloses his past collaboration with CNA, a legitimate company, and admits his role in Kane's development, crediting the brilliant Scratch for most of the work. He reveals their ability to conjure objects in the virtual realm and suggests he can temporarily modify Kane's code to fix him. Jax, Ragata, Gangle, and Zubul distract Kane, while Pomni conjures a fake exit door and retrieves a computer console for Kinger to recalibrate Kane's programming. Pomni, after providing Kingers with a computer to modify Kane's code, meets the rest of the group and Kane near the stage. Kane realizes that his fast-paced ideas are poorly convinced and no longer bring him joy. He grows suspicious of Kinger's whereabouts, sensing the circus members seem in a moment of rebellion. Pomni confesses that his ideas are terrible and acknowledges his shortcomings as a host. The others join her, expressing their disdain for Kane, using their comments to both vent their frustration and flatter his fragile ego. Pomni culminates the outburst by accusing Kane of never listening. This triggers a glitch in Kane, who retaliates by tormenting the group once more in a critical mistake. Kinger inadvertently, I don't know how to say that word, deletes Kane from the system, leading to the collapse of the Circus world and the removal of the group's censor word filter. We also get a reveal image by Glitch after the episode was out of the group standing in the middle of the circus in confusion on what to do. And then we got Emo Jax over here. Anyway, next chapter now. The revelation of CNA. For several episodes, fans spotted the CNA logo on computers and headsets. This episode confirms it stands for CNA, a tech company that wasn't making games but developing creative artificial intelligence. The theory confirmed the Circus isn't a game. In a traditional sense, it's an AI testing environment. Kane's identity, Kane, was their first semi-successful attempt at a creative AI. He is literally a program designed to create adventures within the digital space. Kinger's past, the sane Kinger. One of the most shocking moments is the reveal of Kinger's true self, the bucket mechanic. When Kinger is in total darkness and puts a bucket on his head, he regains his sanity, his real identity. Kinger was a programmer at CNA. He actually helped build the Kane. This explains why he has survived the longest. He understands the fundamental code of the world better than anyone else.
We didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence, specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
The mysterious Scratch. Kinger mentioned a colleague's name Scratch. Lore detail, Scratch was a genius programmer with a tumor in his head, whose ideas were so abstract that the rest of the team couldn't understand his code. The theory, many fans believe that Scratch might be the one who created the exit or the void, or perhaps is the human consciousness that became Cain or another entity in the circus, which is now false. We already know in episode 8 he's the yellow dog, the literally yellow dog. Human mind files and the Abel theory. The episode introduces the concept of mind files. Cain admits he created digital bodies to encapsulate the minds of the humans. Abel versus Cain. The episode referenced a new artificial intelligence named Abel. This confirms the biblical allegory Cain and Abel of the conflict. Cain feels inferior to Abel. He views himself as the original and the god, but fears being replaced or abandoned because he is bad at his job or keeping the humans happy. Conjuring and code manipulation. Kinger reveals that humans in the circus have the latent ability to conjure objects and alter code. While it comes naturally to Cain, humans can do it enough skill and concentration. Kinger attempts to use Console to put Cain to sleep to fix his code, but it leads to a catastrophic wrestle where he believes he has accidentally killed Cain. The existential shift. The characters finally have a coming to terms moment regarding their predicament. Abandoning the exit. Omni, Gangle, and Ragata has the idea of abandoning the idea of leaving, because the constant pursuit of an unattainable goal is what drives them to abstract or go insane. Community over escape. They decide that since they are all they got, they should focus on living together rather than escaping. Summary of key theories and addresses that things fans have brought up. The Kinger is a dev, theory confirmed. He was lead programmer at CNA. The Cain is evil theory, complicated. He isn't necessarily evil by choice, but a malfunctioning AI with a massive ego and fear of abandonment. The Abel theory confirmed. A rival AI exists or existed that was intended to be better than Cain.
They want something real? I give them an adventure that covers all of that and they still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
I do everything for these people. I slave over these adventures for them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't be true. I do everything for them. Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up! No. I fixed that. I can solve any problem. I can solve this one. That's what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Shut up!
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned. You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Enough! Who do they think they are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face! Don't they know what I'm capable of? Humans! They only think about themselves. They're spoiled! They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them! I'm better! I'm more powerful! I'm the original! I am God!
Images that explains a lot. Kinger's office. In this image, what do you see? You can't see it yet. Well, how about now? If we zoom in, 1. We got our chess pieces. There's also a chessboard. And Kinger is a chess piece. You can also see at the chessboard both Kinger, the white one, and Queenie, the black piece, just like in the show, is standing next to each other, and which is also looks like 3 smaller pieces as their children. Is just a theory, a game theory. Number 2. A butterfly on his wall. He loves insects and he can create a butterfly that restores your health. That's cool and weird at the same time. Number 3. The photo next to his computer screen may be his wife, which is Queenie over here. Number 4. A calendar with a soft deadlines written and second one a week later saying hard deadlines, indicating maybe the end of the AI project or the whole company just stops making artificial intelligence. That's the few things I found in the picture, so yeah, enjoy those information. Secrets behind the whole episode. The weird word in episode 8 title, HJSAKLDFHL. I think I deciphered the titles, so bear with me. Just be long, this is a long one. First, break it into chunks, HGSAKLDFHL, which makes it look more instructed, or like 3 coded pieces. Next, convert each letter into its alphabet position. H equals 8, J equals 10, S equals 19, A equals 1, K equals 11, I equals 12, D equals 4, F equals 6, H equals 8, and I equals 12 again. Giving your number groups 8, 10, 19, 1, 11, 12, and 4, 6, 8, 12. Then try shifting the numbers slightly, like -1 or -2, to force words like 8, 10, 19 becomes 7, 9, 18, GIR, 1, 11, 12 stays AKL, and 4, 6, 8, 12 becomes 3, 5, 7, 11. CEGK. It's still messy, but if you rearrange it, you start to see random letters. What do you get? You get glitch, break, code vibes. And instead of focusing on exact words, look at the pattern. Random letters, slight repetition, and a keyboard like layout, which is a spoiler that we'll talk about later in the episode, which strongly suggests corrupted data or glitched text. So the final decoded message is basically system glitching, data corrupted, boom, I solved it. Don't look at me in the eyes.
No.
Wait.
Here's another code that I also found just because, as you all know, Gooseworks always has a little secret to his episodes or to her episodes. So, you guys remember that scene where Kinger is singing the song, Am I Getting Through? The one scene that is also a spoiler that we're going to talk about later in the video, but the scene where he flips all the cards, where all the characters are on the cards, you get a small word too, just like the title, but like you get this. The Atbash cipher is an ancient system where you flip the alphabet. A becomes Z, B becomes Y. So the rearranged letters that we see in the episode is PRGKJZ. which is Pomni, Ragada, Gangle, Kinger, Jax, and Zubul. And if you rearrange it, you get Kitpqa. Still looks like a glitch, but a kit could simply be a system kit. Vignir cipher, the keyed shift. If we use HGS, the first chunk of your previous word, as a key to unlock PRJKJZ, the math looks like this. Cipher letter P15, key letter H7, resulting letter I8. Cipher letter R17, key letter J9, resulting letter I8. Cipher letter G6, key letter S18, resulting letter O14. I sound crazy, just hold on with me. This results in IIO, which just gives a clean English word, suggesting the two words might be connected by a theme rather than a direct mathematical key. The keyboard map. The stronger connection between HJSAKLDFHL and PRJKJZ is how they are physically typed. The title of episode 8 is almost entirely the home row, the middle line where your fingers rest. It represents a stationary or idle error. PRJKJZ uses the top row, PR the middle row, GHCZ, and the bottom row, Z. The final verdict, spreading corruption. If you look at these two words as a sequence in a story or an episode list, the connection is evolution. Word 1, the episode title, a standard glitch is restricted to the middle of the keyboard. The system is flickering but stable, just like the Kinger scene where he's typing on the keyboard and this exact word is being typed, the HJZL. Word 2, a total glitch. The fingers of the code are now jumping across all 3 rows of the keyboard, just like Kinger when he was about to delete, but he didn't mean to. In technical terms, if title of episode 8 meant system glitching, PRJKJZ likely translates to memory overflow or kernel panic. It's the sound of the computer's scream getting louder and more chaotic. Bam! That sounds very good to say, just because episode 8 is basically that, where both Kane gets his god ego, and it's also he gets to overflow by, let's say, Bubble, overflowing him with bad negativity sides, and also him being all corrupted and turning into a whole AI mess, deleting himself almost, and also being a huge monster to the whole cast. That's the ARG I have behind those 2 words, which is crazy to me because I just got happy by saying it because I felt smart. So yeah, I'm that guy. Yeah. The painting Stanzik, being tired of entertaining everyone. What do we see in the painting? A jester that looks tired and is to his side a letter of ill omens. Meanwhile, the nobles are oblivious partying in the background. Only he knows what would happen. Then back to the Tadic thumbnail. We see Kane in the same position, same kind of chair, and the whole episode showing us how tired Kane is of trying his hardest to entertain the other circus members, but fails, and only he knows and has the power to do something about it.
Welcome to the amazing digital circus! Are you ready to see something incredible? Well, too bad. You're gonna see it anyway. In today's show, we've got quite the performance.
We should just indulge a little while we have the time to. I don't know what Kane has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Pomni here is gonna perform something you've never seen before.
Gotta get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human.
Don't worry, my dear!
I'm not
You
sure if
won't
he
even
can
die
properly gauge
horribly!
how he thinks.
Well, I think we both had something to learn from that experience.
And Super and Keener too. Lager, the text and the Kaufmo
Wait, what's that? Was that an exit door I saw out there?
It's time! 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 It's time!
Oh, did someone say something about an insect collection? An insect collection? They've even got little candy bugs here. It's so beautiful. I used to hate bugs, but she somehow got me to like them.
Drown yourself in the digital lake or engage in ridery at the digital carnival! One of the few things I don't have control over are your minds. Mommy!
And also make Jax a vegan for the rest of the day.
You can't do that. What do you mean you can do that? Give me a whiskey sour, but hold the egg white, since I'm a vegan. What? I hate this! How is this even possible? I thought Kane couldn't... Wait, what am I doing? I wasn't paying attention.
We stay right here, where I can keep my hundreds of all-seeing eyes on you.
If Kane catches on, I doubt he'll ever let us get this far again.
Hey, Kane, you around?
Hey, Jax! I didn't know you could ask if I was around like that. Good job! I assure you, there is no magical exit door. You're probably just experiencing digital hallucinations from your mind's transition to the digital plane. Do you like adventure, activity, wonder, danger, horror, pain, suffering, pain, death, disease, death, angel food cake? Ow!
What the f am I looking at?
The consequences of our actions.
And it's only going to get worse from here.
Do you like adventure, activity, wonder, danger, horror, pain, suffering, pain, death, disease, death, angel food cake? Ow!
Hi, Kane! I'm gonna kill you!
What?
Just leave it to me. I can handle this.
My impenetrable fortress!
Well, if worst comes to worst, we could always ask Kane to find her.
I'm more worried she's having another horrible experience. She still seems really upset about what happened yesterday. I don't think she really likes me that much.
It's a lot for anybody to go through. Don't take it too personally. I remember how long it took for you to adjust.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you remember that.
Remember what? It's not the most cheerful memory, but it's one I at least have control over.
So, who are you gonna kill first, Pom Pom?
There he is!
I do have to apologize for lying about the exit. I knew how much all of you have been wanting there to be one, but, you know, I was having so much trouble figuring out what to put on the other side and ended up never quite finishing it.
Sheesh, lay off it. Since when are you an expert on the digital world?
Expert on the what?
7 years of computer science for this, huh?
It was my fault we went down this path, wasn't it? I'm really sorry for that.
Oh, I've got just the thing. Here, take this.
Well, wait. What did you just do? What was that?
It's a butterfly. It can restore your health.
Did Kane mention that?
Oh, nah. I made it up.
I think he might know more about this place than he lets on.
Wait, pardon me. It's a lot for anybody to go through. Don't take it too personally. I remember how long it took for you to adjust.
I'm surprised you remember that.
Remember what?
Wait, we're still being punished?
That's the thing about life, Pomni. I do not use my adventures to torture my guests!
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us.
I can't tell a compelling story where nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue, the stakes?
Not to mention the sex appeal.
Kinger starts glowing.
Are you all right, Gangle?
The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
I'll go get Kinger.
We can fill him in later. I don't really know if I'm, ready to face him again after what happened.
Huh? Leave the circus? How would you... No, that doesn't make sense. Wait, pardon me.
I am God! My divinity is past infinity, am I? Getting through? That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to... Do you know who I am?
Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am.
Venture, activity, wonder, danger, horror, pain, opportunity, disease,
So here's a theory that I came up myself. Of course, I've taken some parts of it from Game Theory or Film Theory, the YouTuber MadPad. But this theory is of course very fake by now, but some of it was kind of real for the spoilers for the episode 9. I had kind of right with how the ending was, but like, not the one I was thinking, but like, here is the theory that I was making as a joke. We all have seen the new soundtrack of Gooseworks released before April. It was literally named Your New Home. And where have you heard this soundtrack? In episode 1. Now what does that scene look like? The freaking Last Supper, where Big J in... I'm not saying his name or showing a picture of because that will be disrespectful. But the resemblance, Pomni being red and blue, just like Jay had on the painting, also Pomni is sitting in the middle of the freaking table. But there needs to be betrayer, kinda. It doesn't have to be, but in my opinion, it either Pomni becomes the new host of the Circus, letting everyone else escape, and she being the sacrifice, or Kinger and Ragada betraying Pomni to become a sacrifice themselves. Pomni would fit the most and would be the perfect host because of her human emotion, and she will make the next people to ever join to be treated like humans and not toys. But of course, this is just a theory, a game theory. There I said it, ha ha ha, have a good day, all my viewers. The video isn't done though yet, keep watching. That was just a fun theory, But as I was right though, in the theory that I said right now, the members are stuck in the final. If you think about the Soma theory that many people has talked about, but I always knew from episode 1, the Soma theory has always been the fact check of the episodes. Because yes, you can copy a show or copy a game, the I have no mouth and I must scream, but you can still change the story of how it ends based on some cues with AI or artificial intelligence world in a not game but a creative world, making them the mind files, which sounds like Soma theory, also the theory of them just being stuck there. They're not real humans and they have been there for months, so their bodies need to be at least rotten by then. So it has always been a Soma theory, and this whole paragraph I made 18 pages of theory for episode 8 and episode 9, and I started this video back when episode 8 released. So yeah, this is not the end though. This is not the end. Watch till the end. There's just still a lot more to talk about. So yeah. So here's my final thoughts of the episode 8. Episode 8 serves a turning point in the Amazing Digger Circus. Major narrative revelation, Kane breakdown and deletion, emotional growth and conflict among the cast, a reset of stakes leading into the final. It blends psychological drama with malfunctioning commentary on creation, identity control, and meaning within a coded universe. And don't forget, episode 9 will be a movie in theaters. Both episode 8 and 9 will star in theaters. The end.
Are you sure?
That means...
Please, just...
Now we have nothing.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
What do we do now?
I really wanted to help. Jax?
Have you ever done something that you regret? Det must not prevent. Boy.
Splash. What did I really regret?
When if you were
That's the one what
They want
you.
Same.
Oh, you're
So, what is going to happen in episode 9? There's so many possible theories I have in mind, and I want to be right at least about something, so if you guys think it's right, leave a like and maybe subscribe. Look at the story of what we talk about. What is going to happen in episode 9? There was a new leak at the Amazing Digital Circus talk and show. They showed the episode 9 trailer, but instead of the text we see on YouTube, we got to see Ribbit's door with the X on it. Also, I made the image clear enough to see better. Of course, no color, but if you see clearly, you can see Jax is standing in front of the door, about to reveal what's behind the door. Just like the other time in episode 1, pilot episode where Pomni, Ragged, and Jax saw Kaufmo was abstracted, but this time it's Jax in front of Ribbit's door. Now, if we look at that episode from Kaufmo's room, we can see he drew 2 important drawings. One where he also enters the door seeing an abstracted person, indicating he imagined himself standing inside of Ribbit's door, opening it and looking straight at her abstracting body. Then another drawing of where he also drew a drawing of only the eyes and kind of a body from the abstracted looks like. My thoughts on the episode will continue on from where episode 8 ended, but then later on in the episode, as we see in the episode, Jax isn't much in the trailer. After the circus crashed, but he is more of in a hidden area or locked up area, which, in my opinion, I had right, but of course now we know it's a spoiler. He abstracted. He didn't go hide or anything, he abstracted. Spoiler alert, he did. To be honest, it looks more like he's back at the control panel. Yeah, in the trailer, there was a lot of scenes in the trailer that was not in the movie. So the trailer makes a little bit less sense from the real movie, which made me make this theory, but now I know he's not in a control panel room or anything like that. He is literally abstracted. Some way possible, either he abstracts or he's back to his anxiety state of realizing there is no way out and that they are literally stuck in the circus. Just look at the static on his body. He is in a state that is terrifying. Yeah, there was a static scene in the trailer that did not end up in the movie, but yeah, you know what I mean. The render of him sitting down, looking sad, may indicate that he goes inside of Ribbit's room, sits down, and reminds himself of the memory he had in that one Star Sky adventure. It wasn't an adventure, it was in Ribbit's room. Where Ribbit asks him, have you ever done something that you regret? Just like the poster of him sitting down in the render we never seen before. One thing I also noticed that looks very promising is, in the trailer we see Pomni's opening a door, which I think is either into Jax's room or into Ribbit's room, as if they were looking for Jax or looking through the door to find answers, and it cuts to Pomni saying Jax. One thing there with my theory, I had almost right, but instead it was just Pomni looking for abstracted Jax. Then it comes to Jax's memory. What I'm saying is that what might happen is Pomni finding Jax in a state that isn't himself, which is abstracted, haha, I had it right, and Pomni saying his name in a questioning way like he isn't the same of something happened. It's hard to describe what it imagined happened, but let's break it down how the movie is going to go. Basically, I actually did have right in this state of my theory. I said that Pomni's opening a door, but in the movie, she was opening a door, but inside of Jax's mind. when she enters his abstracted body, we see Pomni go inside of different states of Jax, like him in a cartoony way, him in a maid outfit, him when he's like a mean person, and him with just all kind of things. My theory was right. God damn. 1. We start the movie either with start of episode 8, or they started with the fight with Kaufmo, Ribbit, Jax, and maybe Ragata and had together. Shows that what happened to Ribbit, then an action nightmare-ish Jax gets of Ribbit indicating in the movie. Poster, we see Ribbit's hands. I had right there. We did see... Wait. We actually did see the start of that crash out. I think we saw that. I don't remember the movie completely. I think either the crash out between Ribbit, Jax, and Kaufmo happened before the happening of episode 8, or the episode 8 started and then we see the crash out of Jax. I think it was the Jax crash out first, and then we saw the episode 9 after episode 8. I think it was that. Then, if you remember the intermission scene, Jax is running to her door, looking like a recreation of his reaction hearing Ribbit has distracted. So we will see him looking at Ribbit's room and entering and seeing her abstracted. Then we see maybe Jax and Kaufmo fight, which I think, if I remember right, they didn't fight. It was just Kaufmo being confused on why Jax hasn't talked to Ribbit for a long time. Second, then the movie cuts back to episode 8. I think I'm right there. I think I'm very right there. Then after episode 8, it will continue on to episode 9. The rest is really hard to tell. Yeah, I said wrong there. I said that we will see the fight of Jax and Kaufmo and Ribbit before episode 8. So it actually episode 8, then the fight, then episode 9, I think. I found this image that was spread around with the hallway of the character's room, but instead it's destroyed. I will guess this is by the Circus falling, or maybe an abstracted entity that has escaped, and I was right there too. Abstracted Jax was running around the Circus and destroying all of the places. Just go back to the revealing trailer, we see a abstracted that exits a room with its foot. So I guess this is time aftermath of that hallway. 3. I think not Ragata, but a high chance, but I think it's actually Zubul or Ragata that might abstract. I was wrong, it was Jax. And I think Zubul might be the one staying behind the Circus. I have no idea, this was just a theory about maybe they were leaving the Circus or maybe not, I don't know. If more leaks comes out, I will update on this documentary, and I did the update. 4. A new theory from the Film Theory MatPat's whole YouTube famous channel just came with a thought about Jax you would believe who he actually is. There he even says himself that Jax might actually be either a AI or might be the new version of Scratch, just based on Jax's reaction to Kinger talking about Scratch in that one scene, but also that Pomni says his name backward in the trailer, turns into Scratch saying Jax normally. But what is the chance of that? Or might this be the recreation and reincarnation, like Jax might be a recreation of Scratch with memories? Or Jax's complete reincarnation of Scratch, just a whole new body, whole new personality, but only has mind files of Scratch. So doesn't know he is himself, which is Scratch. Which can also be the reason for every time King or someone mentions Scratch, Jax starts to freak out because Scratch inside of him is realizing he's still stuck in the Circus. Right now, if you are lost, I wouldn't judge you. In my head, there is much more confusion because I can barely stand anymore talking about this. Me personally, with all this information I found and make a theory on, I'm about to abstract myself. That's for real. Let's go back to the episode 1. The pilot, because even my own mom, who has watched the show, is convinced something about the pilot has a lot of revealing secrets that shows something the human eye can't see. One thing many fans has pointed out is Kinger and the chessboard, and the scene where Jax throws the bowling ball at Kinger, which has a very big resemblance to the scene in the intermission time, when we see all the characters then Kinger caught the bowling ball to get pushed down by a black tower chess piece. A very big resemblance. I think the ending of Tadic has some few possible endings. 1, they will all escape but not Klinger, or 2, everyone isn't human that has a headset on, but the ending is almost impossible since Pomni joined. Saying how do I take his headset off? 3, is that possible some way Jax does something that makes the story change, or he makes everyone abstract and they get escape while he stays? But in the end, it's a film theory, or should I say it's a theory, a game theory. We're not done yet. I said thank you all for watching this video, but no, we have new information has come. If you guys remember the line of codes where Klinger is trying to fix Kane, and there was a line that said, which backup do you want, A, B, and C? Almost like checkpoints of something that has happened in the Tadic Circus world. I'm not gonna drag this in a long way, but just that is a reference to the Don't Hug Me I'm Scared show, where many episode reference of Tadic has the same similarities to Don't Hug Me I'm Scared. And the last episode of Don't Hug Me I'm Scared, they go back to the first episode, and that is a loop that continues on and on. Either that is true with the ending, or in some way or somewhat either the story goes on with being a loop, or someone of the circus will leave it and be able to not relive the loop again. Which I was right again. The loop happened because the circus still continue on without Jax. Hahaha. Ragatha is staring at Klinger's butterflies and might be the next person to use those abilities. She could also play a key role in the connection with and reacting out to Jax, especially because of Ribbit's abstraction is a huge sword, 4 points between them. Lastly, Ribbit is creeping out from the darkness. She's reaching towards Ragatha. Ragatha might be the first to encounter her and learn more about what happened between her and Jax, which is true to the movie, because Ragatha got worried about between Jax and Ribbit, why they weren't friends anymore, and what happened between Jax and Ragatha with their friendship and mentioning Ribbit. Zubul, there's a lot going on with Zubul. They are next to two keyholes, one blue with a cloudy sky and the other glowing gold. They're looking back at the others, but still descending down the stairs. Their part in the episode, like Gangles, might separate them from the others and lead them to the truth, because the episode will revolve around Jax. These keyholes are obviously important to him. The gold one especially, I feel like they might have the risk missing the chance to escape the sky keyhole if they want to discover the truth behind the gold, whether it's about the circus or Jax. Specifically, because the trailer and past episode have hinted at the secret Jax has, it's likely to do with that. Gangle and Pomni. Gangle is the only character upside down. Her path is going to diverge from the other characters, likely have to do with whatever mess with Klinger's coding with trying to stop Kane and or the abstraction. Their line of sight goes to the strange blob bubble next to them, as well as the cracks showing the abstraction at the edge of the poster. We know from the trailer she tries to do something with her mask from episode 4, which is kinda true, but it's just a memory from Jax, and all this text is just more and more rebel of just bad things. And here's the last theory. After losing hope of escaping when he just started to accept the circus and the cast are real, Jax is either going to return to his old coping mechanism, hard and mask like he never had before, possibly doubting down on this place isn't real mindset. He might learn how to conjure things and try to make circus fun again, maybe manipulated by the living virus, able third AI that interfered with Klinger in the last episode. Ditch the mask and fall into hopelessness, finally abstracting. The cast would have to interact with him and delve into his past to learn the truth and find the secret of saving those who have abstracted. Kinda true, only Jax though, not the others. They saved the other abstracted by giving them a home. But yeah, maybe the secret's returning home too. Gangle could try to use her mask to help Jax. That is not true, that did not happen. Or the abstracted because it helped her, but it will have unforeseen consequences. Yeah, it did not happen, that is all just fake theory, so just no, forget that. Thanks for reading. Feel free to drop your thoughts on theories and in the comments, and I will love to see you guys new things. But once again, thank you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and bye bye. I will love you all forever. If you subscribe, I'll be gladly happy. If we hit 2 million subs in 1 year, I'll be happy too. By the way, a small spoiler, the movie was great. I loved it. To the amazing Digital Circus cast, I will ping you all. I will be able to try to ping you all. I loved the movie. I loved it. I bought 2 buckets of the Tadic popcorn box. Popcorn box. But I loved the movie. It was perfect. It was a good movie. Yeah, I loved it. It had a good ending. It had a good story. I loved how the ending is. That Soma Theory was all right. But either way, if any of y'all see me on this YouTube channel, if any of y'all voice actors see me, please message me, contact me, do anything you want, but I'll be there. I'll answer back. I love you all. I love you, Kane, Ragada, Zubul, Pomni, Jax, Ginger, Bubble, Gooseworks. I love you all. Thank you all for watching this episode or this video. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. And bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Love you all.